Two bald, soul-searching adventurers riddling the virtual landscape with conspiratorial tales, familial stories, and personal experiences. Welcome.
We're gonna do. Oh, now it's Bald Noggins bedtime story.
Woohoo!
Yeah, we're gonna do family stories that you can play for your kids when you're putting to bed, so you and your spouse can go and make more kids.
There you go. Those
There
kids
you
will just
go.
be listening. Oh man,
Bald,
be fruitful and multiply. You get
Right.
to
Bald Noggins family time, family hour. May not be an hour, family few minutes.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah.
not-
So
yeah.
yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Go. What's your story? What's your family story of the
Okay,
month?
well, family stories. I'm trying to
Or
think
whatever
about,
story you got.
Well, you know, when we were growing up as kids, since we're moving up, coming up on the Halloween season.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you remember this, but in Montreal, we lived in Montreal. The night before Halloween, and I think they called it Mat Night. Is that correct?
Yeah. It was Mad Night with a D, M-A-D.
Mad Night. Oh, that's what
You used to call it Matt Night. Everybody would kind of snicker. You know, like what's wrong with this? We just say he's on the spectrum. Just play along. He's on the spectrum.
I was on the spectrum before it was cool. Okay.
You made it cool.
Well, I don't know if that's true, but
Well,
that's what we can say now. Now we look back and think, oh yeah, he made it cool. But
it probably was called.
it was like our 67 Mercedes that Dad used to drive around. It was not cool back then at all.
Now
At
everyone
all.
wants one.
Yeah, now 67. Was it the 220? It wasn't the diesel. It was the gas engine 4-cylinder, and that thing was a dog. We drove that all over Italy.
Yeah.
The old aluminum roof rack on it, which made it look even dumber. But now it's like that is like cool. You see one of those things with that aluminum roof rack on it.
Baby, anytime you just see an aluminum roof rack, it's like,
He's
whoa.
styling now, but back then it was just embarrassing. Every time you drive up to school, Dad, I was thinking, don't drive into my school. Not while anyone's out. Drive in the darkness of night, under cover of darkness, and then slide in.
Back to the Halloween. It may have.
Oh yeah,
it was Canada. It was Montreal, so they probably did call it Matt Night.
I can't remember.
I think it
was
Mad
Mad Night. I don't know. You know, so long ago. Who cares? What's a one letter? You know. But anyway, they used to. It was like everybody go out and do pranks. So we'd have egg wars and water balloon fights and just all kinds of crazy stuff. But one year in particular, it was eggs. You know, people. So we're sitting out across the street in that big field, the big baseball diamond. And all of a sudden, you know, all these eggs start coming at us. So we run over to the grocery store, buy more, stealing eggs out of our parents' kitchen, and throwing them back, going back and having wars with kids. Yeah.
Wasn't the Wizard of Oz? Wouldn't it come on around the same time as Mad Night? Every year,
yeah, they play the Wizard of Oz, and it might have been on Halloween.
Yeah, I think it was around. I remember going out, getting egged, going back in, watching the Wizard of Oz. Going back out, getting egged again. Yeah, I have a memory somewhat of that.
And we, of course, in the neighborhood, all through the summer, we'd play chase with the kids across the street, all the kids in the neighborhood. That was a great place to grow up in Montreal. It was always something going on. We played hockey, skated.
Hockey we play ice hockey right in the driveway. We lived in the Crescent.
Yeah.
And we just would set up the goal, would put on our ice skates.
Really?
You don't remember that?
I don't. I remember playing street hockey.
No. When it was snowing and icing.
Oh wow!
We would skate right there in the Crescent, and all around the Crescent they had this big, huge snowbank.
Was that Pierrefonds or was that in Beaconsfield?
That was Pierrefonds.
Oh, Pierrefonds. Yeah, you guys were crazy. We didn't pay attention, you guys then. We just let you go. Just like throw the hockey stuff out the door.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We were like.
Matter of fact, you know, I had that goalie mask. I had that goalie mask that you guys painted,
Yeah. Oh, you had to paint your goalie mask.
Ken Dryden, because that was Ken Dryden. That was the first one that came out with the weird looking painted goalie
and then
mask.
Jason was next after Ken Dryden.
And so everybody had a painted goalie mask. And Tommy, who was the goalie? You or Tom? Tom was the goalie.
Neither one of us played goalie. Oh, in the street hockey, we were both goalies, I think. But when we played in league, we didn't play goalie.
That was great.
But
league.
Yeah, I made that Halloween joke. Ken Dryden was the first to wear the hockey mask. The next one was Jason.
Oh, no, I get it.
That's a Halloween joke.
Oh,
and it's not even Halloween's right around the corner.
That was
that's a classic joke, right?
That's going to be hopefully classic. So yeah, Montreal was such a great place, man. I of course, to be fair, we went from one great place to another. Being in Rome was great, but we didn't do hockey over in Rome.
We tried, but it didn't catch.
Those Italians, they just didn't get it.
Weren't into it. We gave it a shot.
Although the last time we went to Rome, it snowed up in the hills around Rome. So we went up to this town with some people that we met. We're in Frascati. You remember Frascati, the little town? You can see where we live. We went up to Frascati, had dinner and wine, and wine tasting and dinner. And after we left, we were at the train station in that little town, and all the kids were snowball fighting because it just snowed. And I guess it was kind of unusual that it snowed. But this lady we were with got hit in the face with a snowball. Ooh, baby. She was mad. And justifiably so. She's yelling at all these kids.
Yeah, I guess if you're not used to getting hit like in Canada,
that was like it must have been hard. She was pissed. But anyway,
like all ice. I mean,
it was probably more of an ice cube, like getting hit with a chunk of ice in the face.
Put some gravel in there.
But Montreal was an awesome place. We played hockey all through the winter. That was fun. That was great place.
Yeah, right there in the street or in the league. I don't think we did any skiing in Canada. I don't remember skiing. I don't know if the family really did any skiing.
I went once or twice when we were up. We'd go to we'd go over
the golf course or something, and
we'd go sledding at the golf course.
Yeah, I remember the sledding. That was fun.
Sledding at the golf course.
That was crazy. Sledding at the golf course.
That was like you took your life in your hands because people would
target kids out there.
Yeah, and we'd target other people trying to walk up the hill. You'd try to knock them down,
or you do toboggan hopping. You're on one toboggan, you try and get on someone else's toboggan, knock them off.
That was the Point Claire golf course. Yeah,
that's a great hill on that thing.
That was I remember that. That was wild. It would be, and it wasn't even that. I mean, it was a big, kind of a big hill.
Steep. It wasn't steep, but it was long. It was long.
It was crazy. I remember being there one time, and you're right. There was probably 200 people there, and people are getting clobbered, knocked down, head over heels, back up, try to make it back up the hill while everybody else was coming down. That was insane.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I wouldn't advise anyone to do that now.
Well, of course, and
dangerous.
And do not drink beer in the winter because
we weren't even drinking beer then.
We didn't have to. The Canadians were crazy to start with. Too funny. All right, that's it. I'm done.
I'm done too. Kids go to bed.
Kids go to bed. I'm exhausted. Just talking about all this stuff.
Mom, Dad, get on in here. Show's over. Bald Noggins bedtime story.
Oh, too funny. Yeah, they're crazy. What a world. What a world. All right. Adios, amigo. No, that's more than English do that. There you go. That was stupid.
That's stupid.
Stupid.
All right. We just stopped recording, I think.